Hi guys, so it's really good news today. I'm guessing you already know the news that basically we are able to open up for our group classes next week. Yay! I just want to say a very quick thank you to all of you who've been coming and working so hard for the open training, the pole hire scenario or the hoop hire, whatever it is that you've been doing. It's been a massive, massive help. Not only for you, obviously coming in and retraining and firing up all their muscles again, but obviously for me as a business, it's been amazing to come in, such dedicated hard work. And it's been like a little mini holiday, to be fair, I must say, which has been great after the year of hell that it's been. So I'm going to use this video to just go over a couple of little bits and bobs, just so you're happy to come back and everything's okay. So yeah, basically we're back as normal next week. I'm still going to maintain obviously use of the boxes and stuff in the studio. So when you do arrive to your class, just make sure you pop all your belongings in a box. Still try and bring your own cloths for your cleaning, please, in between each use. We are allowed to equipment share, so it'll be back to 2 people per pole. If you have been back to the studio since our lockdown stuff, you will notice that I've had a 5th pole put in place over here, which is now where the 2 hoop rigs are. So this does not mean that I'm going to increase my class size, okay? It's still going to be 8 students per class, with the added benefit that the front pole will remain the teaching pole. So this means you will share with a partner, but every time you're on a pole, you will have your instructor to see you basically, and you'll be able to see the instructor and we can kind of work from there. We are allowed to spot. So if you're happy, just communicate with your instructor, whoever it might be. If you're happy to be spotted, if you don't want to be spotted, that's absolutely fine. But the class structures are going to be completely back to normal as to how they were before. So check online, we have our differentiated classes. We have I've broken down beginners into 2 different sections now. So going from the top, if this is the right order for pole, we have pole fundamentals, which is level 1 pole, which basically covers your beginners course. So if you know anyone who wants to start pole, they can come to fundamentals, not a problem at all. It is level 1, nice and gentle, nice and easy paced. So that's for them. That is going to be on a Monday at 6 o'clock. However, on the 24th of May, I'm doing like a little plug for new starters. So the fundamentals class on that occasion has been replaced with a new starters class special, which will hopefully entice and bring in a new group of students, which is currently full. So fingers crossed these newbies stay with us because that helps build our classes up. So pole fundamentals is level 1. Novice pole is the next beginners one, which covers level 1 and 2. If you go on Team Up, you can read the class descriptions, so you know the prerequisites and the expectations of that class. So level 1 and 2, the novice pole, will basically take you as far as invert prep into things like crucifix, butterfly, and leg hangs and climb overs. Those are basically the prerequisites for my intermediate class. So if you've nailed those in novice pole, you will be absolutely fine to progress then on to intermediates. I'm going to try and be fairly strict to an extent with the levels, because obviously I'm aware that people are going to have different requirements and different needs given the break that we've had to training as well. Obviously some people have had more of a break than others, some people have had access to equipment and some haven't. So if you haven't seen my Instagram post I shared of Daniel Rosen with his little pole prep talk, go and have a look at it, okay? Just check it out, just kind of get the motivation, the love back for it, and ultimately don't be afraid to come back and in terms of like your level and your ability, because we've all lost stuff, okay? And we've all worked super hard, and you've done it once before, we can do it again, because that's how we roll. So that's that. Obviously then we have the intermediate classes as well, so obviously prerequisites, as I've just mentioned for that, are to be able to do a climb over, butterfly, crucifix, and leg hangs. They can be spotted, so if you think, well, I just need a spot to get up and then you're okay once you're there, that is absolutely fine as well. There's a couple of different ones on the system, so I think it's like 2 intermediate classes, there's a couple of pole fundamentals, then over the next couple of weeks, depending on what it's looking like, it might be I can replace one of the classes for something else. So if there is more of a demand for like novice pole, I can put another one on, stuff like that. So just keep communicating with me. I'm always going to put on classes that I think are working best for the studio and best for you, so don't be afraid to ask and see what's what. So after intermediates, obviously we then have our advanced pole. And again, if you're coming to advanced class, you know, these students, I would be expecting to be able to kind of be doing like aerial inverting, shoulder mount, handsprings, stuff like that. Mix and match your classes, guys. You know, if you're advanced, there's nothing to stop you coming to novice, beginners, whatever, because you're going to get a different skill set from different things, and maybe recap things that you haven't done before or for a long time anyway. We also have Flow Fundamentals, which is a new class that I'm really excited about. I will be sharing it with the wonderful Nao. And this class is basically all your flow elements. So the Pole Fundamentals, the Novice, the Intermediate, Advanced, those classes are pole fitness, okay? The Flow Fundamentals is still pole fitness, but it's more dance-based, okay? And it's more about movements, transitions, making things look effortless, seamless, and flowy. And I've popped fundamentals in there because it will be suitable pretty much for all levels. As long as you've got an idea of like the basic grips that we use in pole in terms of bracket grip, twisted grip, half bracket grip, these sort of things, and you're familiar, and then you should be able to come to those, and they're all taught anyway. The content won't be as great, as sort of like filled out as the pole fitness classes, because obviously with elements of flow, there needs to be a big element of practice, and practice, because without practicing and knowing what you're doing, the movements will never seem fluid or are kind of familiar to you. So that's that one. And then on a Friday, we still have our heels class, our heels perfect class. That is a heels-based class. You have to wear pole heels for this class, okay? And if you're unsure about what that means, just pop me or one of the instructors a message and find out. But again, to come to that class, it's kind of suitable for all levels. Again, it's one that I share with Nao, so if you've booked onto the class and it says Nao as the instructor, you can expect it to be a slightly easier kind of level. If you book onto it being me, well, you know how it goes with me sometimes. It could be really hard, it might be easy, who just knows? So that's that. So yeah, pole classes will be 2 per pole. Our hoop group classes will be back to normal as well. So group classes for hoop, it is 3 people sharing the equipment. Obviously the normal cleaning and stuff in between as well. And obviously there's plenty of space in the studio for you to be stepping back and having as much space and time as you need to in between. Private classes are still available, of course. You know, don't be shy to contact us about private classes. That's for any of our classes at all. You know, you could book to come in and do heels, pole, hoop, stretch, choreo. It's completely up to you. Private classes are your time, basically. Think, right, what do I want to do? I want to really work on this. So utilise that as much as you want to. There are a couple on the system that I've listed already, but because it's impossible for me to list all of my availability and the other instructors, just contact us, let us know when you'd like a private, what it's for, and I can either book it in if it's with me, or I can speak to one of the other instructors as well if you want to book a class with them. And I think that's kind of about it. If you have a reservation for the pole hire classes that we've just done, you may find there's a little glitchy on the system when it comes to booking your classes from next week. So if it's saying you need to pay for your class but you have a membership, you just need to pop onto your account and make sure that your recurring reservation for the pole hire classes that we've just done has ended in enough time for you to continue. If it doesn't make any sense, or you're not sure, please just get back to me and let me know, and I'll try and sort it out in the system for you. But it should be fairly self-explanatory to go on, end that current recurring reservation and get your new one set. I keep pointing the poles like, yeah, pole. That's that. Before you guys come back as well, I'm going to very quickly use this video to go over pole grips. Because it's come to my attention that a lot of people actually really aren't sure what grips they should be using when they come to pole. Hoops, obviously different scenarios, so if you have any issues with your hoop stuff, just speak to Leslie or Emma about those. But I'm going to quickly run you through what I have at the studio. So every now and again, I completely change which grips I currently supply, and mainly that is to do with the weather. And I'm going to tell you why. So we have the sticky moly resin, the liquid chalk, which there's obviously loads of. I've got one little girly grip left, and then I have pole box. So very quickly what these are. When you come to pole and you think grip, naturally you will think chalk, which for a lot of people is what people need. They need chalk. So the idea of chalk basically dries out sweaty skin. So if you have sweaty skin, chalk is perfect for you. In which case I would advise the sticky moly chalk. This stuff is really good. It completely dries your hands out, and it leaves you like with a bit of a tacky stickiness as well. So that's a really good one. The Girly Grip, of which I have one left, is one that I supplied quite a while back. And this is a little bit more similar to Dry Hands, which I would normally stock, but it's very hard to get. It's very expensive now and it's like gold dust. So this is your nearest one for that. And that again, it doesn't really leave you attacking this, but it gives you a slightly bit of moisture whilst drying your hands out. So if you're sweating, you can use it on your body as well. And then we have Pole Box, okay? So I've got a few of these, and the Pole Box ones they are scented differently, so they have different smells, which is lovely. These are designed for people with dry skin. So if you get on the pole and you're doing a climb and you're just sliding off and you feel your skin and you're like, oh, I'm just dry, or your skin feels silky, this stuff is gonna give you moisture, but a good moisture, not an oily, slippy moisturiser that's going to just slide down the pole and cause havoc. It's going to give you like a really good tacky bit of grip. So yeah, if there is differences. So if you are a dry skinned person, just speak to me or one of the instructors about a grip that is suitable for you. Down here in this red bag, it's mine, okay? It's all mine in the red bag. But I've got samples in here. So if anyone needs to try something, let me know. Otherwise, hands off. Dew Point is my absolute favourite. This is my little godsend gem. I have really dry skin because of the amount of pole that I do, and I literally cake myself in this before my classes, and this gives me loads of moisturiser basically, again, but without the oiliness. Nice and tacky. With any of the body grips like this, you will find that when you first apply it, you need to let it dry, and then when you're on your pole and you come off, wipe your pole down, because you want to just remove any of the residue that hasn't quite dried that's on your pole. So that's Dew Point, which is my favourite. And then also you might have seen a while ago the Grip and Glows, which has got a lovely little shimmer. Again, they've got these in loads of different flavours. I say flavours, you can't eat them. Fragrances, so they smell really nice as well. But if you want to try anything, let me know. Again, I've got like the Girly Grip, I've got Enviro Grip. You name it, I've literally got it in my red bag, okay? My red bag. As well as the stuff that's on the shelf here. So there's lots and lots of different things. So again, when you come back, if you're worried about grip, just speak to us. Don't be one of these people that gets in the pole and goes, oh my God, I'm slippy, I can't stick, because we want you to get the best out of your training, and grip is so important. Even if you find you're putting it on as many times as you need to, that's fine. The only thing I'm gonna ask is if you're using the Grip and Glow, is that when you apply it, if you could leave the studio floor and put it on here. As beautiful as it is, when you spray it directly onto your body, it sprays around, and there are glitter fragments in there, which are great, but it does make the floor a little bit slippy. I've literally nearly gone whoop several times when I've been doing my cleaning and stuff as well. So if you have Grip and Glow, just pop yourself on the carpet. Again, if you have Dew Point, you can do the same. Just pop yourself on the carpet, do all your spraying down here, and it just leaves the studio floor nice and clean as well. I think that's it. It's a nice long video this, but I wanted to cover everything. So here's another quick look at the studio. Obviously, if you haven't been in before, since we've opened again, we have new lights on the back. The LEDs that I had around the floor sadly died. Lots of things happened over lockdown that died, to be honest. So I've just been trying to kind of revive it a little bit. I'm going to leave up on the walls. So obviously you've got your hoops up here, and there's a few little bits up here that Leslie's done for hoop in terms of like just sort of training prep, and the same down here as well on the wall. They will go at some point, because obviously once we are back into proper teaching classes, you won't need those, because we're going to be telling you what to do. So yeah, I just wanted to wish you all the best of luck with your training. Me and the girls, we can't wait to see you. It's going to be really exciting. Take everything at your own pace. We're going to go nice and gentle with you, don't panic. And we're going to just rebuild all them skills, still have some fun. We're going to work on different combos of things, so it doesn't feel like, oh, you come back in and doing the same stuff again. So there's a really big mix on the timetable. The other thing I just wanted to double check and make sure that everyone knows about is obviously cancellation policy, the minimum numbers. Please check out the terms and conditions. They are on the website. You have all signed it. If you are a member on Team Up, you have all signed it. But please go onto the website and you can just refresh yourself with those. Basically, all classes need 3 people on it in order for it to go ahead. If there's not 3 people booked on, it will be cancelled, and you'll be refunded your allocation so that you can rebook something else. There are a lot of classes on the system, so there should be plenty for you to book. If you have a membership, your membership crosses over all class types, so you can book hoop, pole, stretch and flex, heels, I think that's it. Yeah, so you can cross over those. So if you miss out one class 1 week, don't be afraid to you could try something else and rebook. Obviously, if you paid cash and you're pay as you go, it will. I think it might default to paying you as account credit. So if you have account credit, when you go to pay for class, use your account credit. Otherwise, you're just going to sit there doing nothing. So you spend it. And I think that's it. If anyone has any questions, just pop me a message, let me know. Obviously, I'm going to be here. Just so you guys know a bit about my working pattern, I've swapped my days slightly now, so that I'm actually going to be off on a Monday daytime, so I will not be working Monday daytime, but I will be in the sense that it's my lesson planning day. So if anyone has any questions about obviously classes that are coming up, Monday evening would be the time to do it, or after I've done my lesson planning on Monday basically. I'm here and I'm available Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. I have been working some weekends as well with private classes, so don't be afraid to ask. If I can do something, we can do it. The same for my other instructors. I think if they can do it, I'm sure they will be happy to. The other one I just wanted to say is about our yoga classes. So obviously, Emma was amazing in the sense that over the lockdown period, when we were doing online classes, Emma was happy for me to basically use her yoga classes as part of our membership packs. Which was really great. I think I did a post about it a while back. However, this is Emma's own complete sort of independent little business venture. So we will still be doing yoga classes, but it will not be part of a Milvey Pole Academy membership. Emma's basically going to be behind the space and it's her business. So we will still be doing yoga. I believe it's going to be on a Saturday at 9:30 a.m. and then on a Sunday 6 p.m. So I will get some details as soon as I can from Emma about how you can book, but you would contact Emma to book those classes with her. So yeah, I think that's it. I keep saying I think that's it, and I keep saying more, so I'm really sorry about that. But you know me, I like to chat. Yeah, I actually do think that's it now. So yeah, I can't wait to see you next week. Just mark it on the timetable. Me and my instructors are sharing the classes, so the time slots and the classes will remain in place, but it might vary as to which instructor is teaching that class. It just kind of helps me juggle life, essentially. And I can have a social life too, which is great. That's it. I'm going to go now because it's been 17 minutes and counting of me chatting. So yeah, I look forward to seeing you soon, guys. Take care. We're back. Celebration. See you soon.